The Chicago Sky finally replaced Chennedy Carter with Ariel Atkins, and I am using this as my opportunity to extend an olive branch.
In a stunning, career-altering move that has left the WNBA landscape buzzing, the Chicago Sky have decisively shifted their roster by parting ways with Chennedy Carter, a once-celebrated guard whose tenure now finds itself in the rearview mirror, and welcoming Ariel Atkins as her replacement. This transition, delivered without a hint of hesitation or a delicate goodbye message, has stirred a maelstrom of debate and passion among fans and pundits alike. At our Sport Pulse, we're taking this moment to not only report on the events, but to extend an olive branch to the faction of diehard followers of Carter, fondly known among themselves as the Ken folk. Consider this message a heartfelt outreach. While the move might sting, it is, at its core, an inevitable moment of reckoning and renewal in professional sports.
To the Chennedy Carter Brigade, the Ken folk, I believe you guys call yourself, I am taking this as an opportunity to...
The Chicago Sky's decision to swiftly sign Ariel Atkins, leaving Chennedy Carter's future hanging in the balance, has been interpreted in many circles as the ultimate "it's not you, it's us" moment. The Sky did not send a farewell text, craft a nuanced statement, or even leave room for a dramatic exit interview. They simply executed a no-nonsense transaction. This move was as icy as a Chicago winter wind, and it has sparked an immediate question. Was this a strategic recalibration designed to enhance team chemistry and performance, or a blunt display of disrespect toward a player who had been integral to the conversation on court for much of the season? It is clear that the front office at Chicago is making decisions with a firm focus on winning, a message underscored by the rapid integration of Ariel Atkins into the lineup. Atkins, known for her robust defensive prowess and steady offensive contributions, is widely viewed as a consummate team player who carries minimal baggage. In stark contrast, Chennedy Carter's tenure had increasingly been overshadowed by off-court drama and on-court antics that often seemed to rival her undeniable talent.
The Chicago Sky trading the number 3 pick in the draft to the Mystics for Ariel Atkins could feel like a little bit of a desperate move, right? Chicago desperate.
For those who have followed Chennedy Carter's career with an almost cult-like devotion, this abrupt dismissal feels less like a tactical adjustment and more like the final chapter in a saga of high expectations turned sour. Once regarded as one of the league's top 15 shooting guards, a position of considerable promise and potential, Carter's trajectory has been marred by a series of questionable decisions and conflicts that have now rendered her a free agent without any suitors. Imagine, if you will, a player of Carter's caliber finding herself sidelined not because her talent has waned, but because the narrative surrounding her conduct has eclipsed her on-court skills. In Chicago, a city known for its tough love and unforgiving winters, the truth is as stark as the biting cold. When you become the focal point of controversy rather than the engine of team success, the business of basketball moves on without you. This is a reality check that struck Carter harder than a blistering Chicago summer. It was not merely a roster change, it was a definitive statement that talent alone does not guarantee longevity in the professional arena.
To compete right now with Angel Reese after her rookie season, of course, Camila Cardoso's rookie season as well. So I get that, and it's a nice rebuilding.
Character, discipline, and a team-first mentality are equally indispensable. Enter Ariel Atkins, a guard who has earned accolades for her smart, efficient style of play, and who appears to be exactly the type of competitor Chicago needed to turn the page on internal strife. Atkins is celebrated for her ability to contribute both offensively and defensively without succumbing to the distractions that have dogged her predecessor. Her on-court demeanor is marked by a focus on collective success rather than personal glory, a quality that is becoming increasingly rare in a league where individual narratives often dominate headlines. For the Sky, signing Atkins is more than a mere roster tweak. It is a rebirth of the team's culture. The decision sends a clear message. The organization is determined to cultivate a cohesive unit where every player is expected to contribute positively, both on and off the court. In this context, Atkins' arrival is akin to a breath of fresh air, offering a promise of stability and professionalism that could serve as a blueprint for success in the turbulent waters of professional sports. As expected, reactions to the Sky's decision have been deeply polarized. On one side of the debate are those who see the move as a necessary, if ruthless, step toward building a stronger, more unified team. These fans are celebrating as though the franchise had just unlocked a secret playbook for winning championships. They revel in the idea that by eliminating distractions and elevating players who embody team values, the Sky have positioned themselves for a deep playoff run, even dreaming of championship parades and trophy-laden celebrations.
One for me, because I'm like, this is, if this was a year ago, fair enough. But like, the Sky were willing to take her in. And look, I get it, maybe she wasn't the greatest in the locker room.
This sentiment is not just a personal declaration, it is emblematic of the broader mindset that teams like the Chicago Sky are striving to instill. In a league where narratives often focus on interpersonal conflicts and sensational headlines, there is a renewed emphasis on the virtues of professionalism and team-first attitudes. The admission that there are no regrets is a nod to a reality that many teams have come to accept. Sometimes hard decisions must be made in order to secure a brighter future. In this light, the departure of Chennedy Carter, however painful for some, becomes a necessary sacrifice for the sake of long-term success. Beyond the immediate consequences for the Chicago Sky, this episode has sparked a wider conversation about what it means to be a professional athlete in today's competitive sports arena. Chennedy Carter's situation is a stark reminder that while raw talent can open doors, it is sustained professionalism, accountability, and a commitment to the collective good that ultimately determine a player's longevity in the league. For every headline-making controversy, there is a lesson in the delicate balance between individual expression and the demands of a team sport. The WNBA, like any major professional league, is not just about scoring points and winning games, it's about setting a standard for behavior on and off the court. Teams are increasingly looking for athletes who not only deliver peak performance during the game, but also contribute positively to the team culture. In this context, the decision to replace a high-profile player like Chennedy Carter with someone like Atkins is as much about preserving the sanctity of the locker room as it is about optimizing on-court performance. This shift reflects a broader trend across sports, where the narrative is shifting away from individual heroics towards a more holistic approach to team success. While controversies and drama can sometimes provide a tantalizing subplot for fans,
She is not playing basketball, and like, we've now got a situation where we've got one of the 15 best players in the world just not in the league.
the reality remains that sustained excellence in professional sports requires a level of discipline and maturity that goes beyond mere athletic ability. It is a reminder that the allure of individual stardom must eventually give way to the responsibilities of being part of a cohesive, well-functioning unit. As the dust settles on this tumultuous chapter, one of the most striking aspects of the unfolding drama is the contrasting fortunes of Chennedy Carter and her on-court rival, Caitlin Clark. While Carter's future in the league now appears bleak, marked by the harsh reality of being an unwanted free agent, Caitlin Clark is emerging as one of the brightest and most dynamic talents in women's basketball. Clark's meteoric rise serves as a powerful counterpoint to the downward spiral experienced by Carter, a reminder that in the world of sports, momentum and reputation can be as transient as they are transformative.
But they had Chennedy Carter that they chose to not re-sign, who was one of the most explosive shooting guards in the league. I put her...
Caitlin Clark's ascent is nothing short of remarkable. From establishing herself as a dominant force on the court to amassing endorsements and breaking records, Clark's trajectory epitomizes the kind of success that can be achieved when talent is paired with a relentless drive and a commitment to excellence. In stark contrast, Chennedy Carter's narrative has been repeatedly tarnished by a series of off-court missteps and an inability to channel her abilities into cohesive team play. The comparison is not just a matter of statistics. It is a study in the importance of attitude, work ethic, and the willingness to embrace the responsibilities that come with being a professional athlete. The irony here is palpable. The very qualities that Carter, a formidable competitor, her aggressive play, her willingness to push boundaries, and her relentless pursuit of individual glory are the same traits that ultimately undermined her long-term prospects. In a league where every move is scrutinized and every moment is magnified, the price for such behavior can be steep. While some fans may mourn what could have been, others see it as a cautionary tale, a lesson in the importance of balancing passion with professionalism and ambition with humility.
I put her around 2 or 3. I mean, I'm right now playing with Caitlin Clark. I give Kelsey Mitchell the edge. Right now, I think Chennedy Carter is a better shooting guard than...
For the Chicago Sky, the decision to move forward without Chennedy Carter is not simply about putting a name on a roster. It is about redefining the identity of the team as a whole. With Ariel Atkins now donning the uniform, the organization has signaled its commitment to a new era, one that prizes unity, discipline, and a clear focus on the ultimate goal of championship contention. The message is unequivocal. The team is ready to move on from past controversies and concentrate on the task at hand.